Oop. Oh, my mask is all screwed up. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's more scary. Hello. Happy Halloween. I'm the Red Skull, and this is Steve couldn't be here, but the Red Skull could be. This is a BeerNative beer review. Let's do it. All right. Me and all my evil friends behind me are going to review something that is possibly terrifying, horrible even. If you're watching this now or you're watching in the future, it's still going to be horrible. And this mask makes it impossible for me to drink beer. So let's do away with the Halloween bit because it's going to make it impossible. Cool mask though, right? Yeah, it's full head. Not too bad, right? Pretty cool. It does make beer undrinkable. Yeah, I don't know how the Red Skull does it, but let's get cracking. I'll leave my ghouly friends behind me for now. Here it is. This is the purest of evil. It is Memphis Blvd. Yeah, that's right. Memphis Blvd. What the heck is that, you might be thinking? Well, it looks a heck of a lot like another grapefruit infused IPA, doesn't it? And in fact, if we check out the percentage, 6.5, it's also the original percentage of none other than Brewdog's Elvis Juice. Where did I get this? Where do you think I got it? Of course, I got it at Aldi. I knew they did that anti-establishment IPA. They kicked off a whole bunch of things, including an Aldi IPA that Brewdog brewed with a good sense of humor. You know, that's pretty cool, right? But this, I didn't know they'd done this one. I was cruising through getting a sandwich. Aldi is terrible. If you don't know Aldi is awful for just trying to do something simple. They have all these tills, which granted are like hyper fast if you've got a really big shop. But if you want like one thing, it sucks. You still got to wait. There's no express lane. It's annoying. But I made it worthwhile by picking up this Memphis Blvd grapefruit infused IPA. Let's take a quick look at how close it is to the original. It's close, isn't it? They've obviously stolen the side writing. This is the older original 6.5 Elvis Juice, by the way, but the writing on the side, black, red, and silver all the way around. It's uncanny. Uncanny. You see what I did there? Unintentional, but awesome. Here's the current one. Even still, it's almost hybrid, right? They're just taking the stripes and put them on an angle, I guess. I'll give you a closer look. Let's do this. There. That's really close, right? Just, it's obvious. So let's leave that up there so you can take a quick look. If you look at you can see all the other different Elvis Juice brands that have been around with so you've got the stripes doing this way, and there's a few variants of it, but largely this is what's happened. Now, I see this as a monstrous God, I'm on fire today. Monstrous opportunity for Aldi to kind of correct the problem, because I did another video, and I'll put a link just up here if you haven't seen it, which is Elvis is Dead, essentially. It was when they went from 6.5 to the 5.1, I think it is now. Yeah, 5.1. And it just kind of became bland. It wasn't like it sucked, but the previous Elvis Juice, before I did reviews, early days of Untappd, when I first had it, was like the first 5 out of 5 I ever gave on Untappd. I mean, I've come to my senses since. I don't just give out 5s. So they're like Paul Hollywood handshakes. I don't do that. But now, let's get into it. Let's see, like, an opportunity to create a 6.5. There are other grapefruit infused IPAs out there. I think Yeasty Boys make one, which is all right. Livewire, I don't know, but nobody stepped up to the plate since Brewdog stepped down and went for something a little bit more mainstream. I think the name Memphis Blvd is making a reference to the fact that there's an Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis, and that this is kind of a spin on that. I think that's what's going on there. Maybe if you know, leave something in the comments or let me know if there's another kind of weird tie-in going on. All right, so I've got my glass that lends itself to smelling beer just to see if I can catch the grapefruit. When I cracked it, I got a little bit of grapefruit, but I got a little bit of maltiness. I criticized the anti-establishment IPA. I didn't do a review of it because everybody did a review of it. There's like a gazillion out there and no one likes it, so that's a good assessment. It was rubbish. It wasn't even close. Like, it wasn't not even close. Like, just an okay IPA with like Citra and Chinook and I don't know, just something a little bit more grapefruity in there. Would have been close to a BrewDog. Like, it's not a crazy recipe. The recipe's out there for free. Just do that. Call it anti-establishment, and at least you would be a cheap substitute for a punk IPA. It just wasn't even close. It sucked. So I mean, I do get grapefruit. Obviously, I'm looking for grapefruit, so maybe I'm being a little biased. I don't know. The color, color is kind of there. It is similar looking. Yeah. Memphis Blvd versus Elvis Juice. I'm thinking original Elvis Juice, right? So my standards are really high. Let's try. If it's 6.5, it hides it well. It's as same as the anti-establishment. It's so much maltier than what BrewDog would do. There's no need to differentiate what. It would be ironic for Aldi to try to differentiate their beer when all Aldi does is try to steal ideas from other people and not differentiate, make you buy the looky-likey. They could at least have a go at making this taste the same. One more go. You know, it's not terrible. I'm curious to look at Untappd to see what other people think about this. I think they're just going to rip into it because it's not Elvis Juice. And you had an opportunity to create a 6.5% Elvis Juice that really, really knocked grapefruit out of the park. And I just feel like they've infused it with grapefruit as an adjunct, maybe some kind of, I don't know, concentrate or something. But they've missed ample opportunity to just pound this with hop varieties that would overwhelm you with grapefruit without even having to infuse it. And they've not done that. And I don't know why. And they put a lot of malt in. So it's sweet. So it is light grapefruit. It's pretty sweet, kind of malty, but it doesn't have the bitter. It doesn't have the hoppiness. It doesn't shine. It doesn't erupt with grapefruitiness out of the glass. It almost lacks smell entirely. Like, there was no late hopping whatsoever. There's no intent to give it any level of nose to it at all. It's kind of strange. Okay. What would I give it out of 10 or 5 Untappd? But out of 10, I would say it's a 6. Maybe a 6.5, because it's not a terrible beer. If I just blind drank it and someone said, here, this is a grapefruit ale they had up there, I'd say, well, A, it's not an IPA. It's like a grapefruit pale that's a little heavily malty. That's about it. It's about a grapefruit pale ale. It's an okay grapefruit pale ale. So 6.5 is probably fair. Maybe a 7, but nah, let's leave it at 6.5. And I'm not even going to bother rating it like some of the more elaborate things I do where I look at packaging and marketing. It's like they steal everything. So let's just stick with scoring the flavor. And that's about a 6.5. Maybe a 7. I don't know. I might bump it up a little bit. I don't know what it's going to be. You know what? Let's cheat. I never do this. I don't look at it on Untappd in advance. Let's check it out on Untappd and see what the other world says. That would be kind of a fun. Oh, here we go. That wasn't that hard to find. All right, let's share. It has a 3.15 at the moment on Untappd. And 4 hours ago, Neil's drinking a Memphis. Boy, Neil started early, whoever Neil is. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. He probably doesn't know the clocks changed last night. Are there any comments? That's really what I want to. I like it when someone says, "What the hell's this?" and actually gives it a comment. Nah, fake Elvis Juice, thank you. But gave it a pretty good score. So it's not as bad, I think, as the. I think there's probably people just punishing it. It's not as bad as the anti-establishment. Let's just say that. I think that's probably fair because that was just garbage. And this is just a grapefruit pale ale that actually does well to conceal at 6.5. And I thought the 6.5 was essential for the Brewdog one. It's sad. It's still sad that they kind of screwed that one up or killed it. But they're making some huge hotel in Las Vegas. And I imagine it'll have Elvis Juice on tap. So maybe that's why. All right, let's end this one. Let's cut it. Excellent. This has been my Halloween special. I can sign up because I'm not drinking anymore. So let's get back in costume. Whoa. With my evil friends. If you missed the beginning where I wasn't wearing my weird skull that means I can barely breathe or think. It's cool. You know, when the lighting's all right, this can really freak people out. All right. I'm back in character. I guess I'm supposed to be German, aren't I? From the Red Skull. I don't do a great German accent, so let's just stick with the Canadian/British one. This has been the Red Skull for BeerNative TV. I have been reviewing Memphis Blvd, or as claimed on Untappd, fake Elvis Juice. It is not terrible, but it is not great. Grapefruit pale ale, I would call it. You're going to give it a 6.7 or something. That's to be more accurate, out of 10 on Untappd since this is over. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. It's better than anti-establishment. I think they missed an opportunity to replace the old Elvis Juice, which is sad. But, oh well, at least we have another grapefruit pale ale. I love grapefruit. So, here we go. Thanks for watching. My name's Red Skull. Red Skull out.